Good morning, students. Today we are going to complete the next part of this lesson, lesson 8, friend and foe. For the first few pages we had completed that day. The three most important part to catch a fire and how we can put out the fire or stop fire by the three essential ways. This much we have had completed that day. So let us start the next part of this lesson now. We spend millions of rupees each year in fighting fires, and we spend more trying to find new ways of preventing fires from the happening and getting out of control. Every year, all of you know, we sometimes even find it in newspaper or in TV news that market area or slum area or lots of houses are burnt out, and somewhere even every year, like Australia and South Africa, the wildfire used to spread and lot of plants and vegetations and animals used to get killed through that because of that fire. And that's why people are continuously trying to control the fire and find different preventing ways to control it. On the whole, we have learnt rather well to control fire and put it to good use in our everyday life. Overall, we are actually trying to control the fire and to use it properly, use it in a limited way and in a controlled way, which can help human in their day-to-day life. Long ago, there were no firemen. When fire broke out, everybody became a firefighter. People formed human chains. They still do it if required and passed buckets of water from a well or a pond to the blaze. Nowadays, when somewhere it catches fire, so the fire brigade team used to come with their fire brigade machines, and it tries to put out the fire. But long ago, when the fire brigade team or firefighters were not there, the common people used to control the fire by putting or pouring water over the fire, and for bringing the water people used to form human chain, as you can see in this picture. From a source of water, maybe somewhere else here, they used to carry the pots, buckets, etc., and from one hand to another hand, by making a human chain, they used to send the water to the place where fire gets caught, and finally they tries in this way to put out the fire. Now there are laws about building constructions which ensures that space is left between buildings to reduce the fire risk. If the buildings are structured in a congested way, then what will happen? Suppose someone's house caught fire, then from that house it easily spread to another, like this way a vast area can be affected by the fire. That's why now the new rules have been implemented between two buildings. A proper gap or space should be maintained so that fire cannot be easily spread. Every new building, especially a public place, must ensure observance of fire prevention norms. And in every public places, you can see what we should do. The instruction is written on over the walls in posters, and some firefighting instrument is also installed over there. Bands of firefighting workers with special equipment known as fire brigades, there are there to put out fires. A bit earlier I had explained that a team of firefighters and with their special equipments is called fire brigades, and they help the fire to put out. Firefighters are highly trained people. They possess many skills. They cut up electricity supply, knock down dangerous walls, spray water and other materials to bring fire under control. They are specially skilled, means they are specially trained people. And first of all, they cut out the main electricity supply, so that the electricity may be dangerous for spreading the fire. That's why they've cut off this power supply, and then they knock down some dangerous walls if it is required, and spray water and other materials to bring fire under control. They are also trained in first aid. They are also trained in first aid, because if someone is get injured, they can help them by providing the first aid. They can help suffering people suffering from burns or from the effect of smoke. The discovery of fire and its use helped early man to cope with the nature better and gradually adopted a settled mode of life. Until fire was not invented or produced by or controlled by human. They used to lead in forest life, or better to say, in they used to live lives in different caves of the hills and forests. So after they knew the use of fire, they started coping means adjusting with the nature better, and thus gradually they finally adopted a settlement mode of life. Means they started they set up communities, and they started living together with a group of people. Fire is still worshipped in many parts of the world. Fire is indeed a friend, but as we know, it can be a dangerous enemy once it gets out of control. Fire is really very helpful, because in everyday life, as you while putting on or while put on a candle, we use fire. While put on the gas cylinder, we use fire. It helps us for cooking, and in daily sphere of life, even in industrial processes, fire is very essential and it is controlled. That is why fire is used as a friend now. But through this lesson, we have also learned that if it gets out of control, then it can be a very dangerous enemy to us. So we should be very careful while using the fire. And this chapter is really very useful and helpful for us to get to know about the use of fire and how to control the. And hopefully you have got it, and that's it. You just go through the whole chapter again and complete the exercises when it will be given to you. Thank you.